Hello, King of Avalon people. This is Kalangong from Kingdom 463, and I'm here to talk about the Lucky Shot update on the new version of the game, the 4.9.0. And the very first thing that we're going to talk about is on the Gemstones. What's being shown here on the screen is a screenshot. It's not the actual game. So that I don't have to refresh a whole bunch of times. I took the pictures of the ones that matter the most. First thing to notice here is that we have this new reward here that shows on the in the Lucky Shot, which is the blue hex stone. It shows on the 8th shot. It takes you 68 days to get there if you are not buying any Lucky Shot coins. And the amount of rewards that we got compared to the previous video that I had on this, they changed as well. So the amount of refining materials that you get to enhance your current gemstones increased significantly. And of course the math for that also changed, and it does make a difference. So before, I would say do not go over the 4th shot if you're looking for refining materials. That math is going to change a little bit. Okay? There's also a trick on the Lucky Shot. Those shots here, they're not completely random, but there is some randomness on that. So to get the very first shot, oh, that's not a good color. I changed to green. There we go. So the very first one takes you 1 coin. The second one takes 2. The third one is 3. Then we have 6, 10, 19, 34. 61 and 110. So that's how many coins it takes you to get to each one of those. Okay, but sometimes it skips. Sometimes when you're doing your Lucky Shot for the very first one, for instance. Sometimes use the arrow volley, and then it gives you the second or the third instead. And when that happens, of course, if you're doing the trick that I do to get the most out of refining materials for the ones that I currently have, then that's usually the point that I would refresh my rewards, and then start it all over again. Okay. There are a couple of changes here. This one is it's a Valor gem now. The 3 level 5 Valor gems. You can also get fragments for the blue ones. I'm skipping my blue ones. I'm only going for soul gems today. And I still stand by my previous recommendation that I would just get refining materials out of here and get the soul gems. I would get those from the Spire. Except that now, because of this little guy here, that one might be worth it to go all the way to that one. But that's completely up to you whether you want to get that X stone or not. That is better than the orange one. I mean, eventually this thing is going to get cheaper, even cheaper, and because that's that's how the game works anyway. All right. Okay. So now let me go back here to cost effectiveness of the coins that we have. So if there is no skipping on the arrow volley, the amount of refining materials that you get from this very first Lucky Shot, that would be 1,020. And for the second one, this would be 2,720. and then the next one would be 6,120, and then it goes from there. Now, notice that the amount of coins that it takes you for the second shot is twice as much as the first one. Okay, and but that is that will give you less refining material per coin than the first shot. Okay, because it takes you 2 shots to get this one, and then it increases again on the third one, and but to get to the third one, the method that I do is I take into account that you have to take the first and the 2 instead. Okay, and what happens is that on average per coin you get 1,020 on the first shot, and then it decreases to 906.666 per coin on the second shot, and then it goes back to 1,020 for the third shot, and then it goes downhill from there. So the amount of refining materials that you get per coin only drops after that. It used to be the same for the third and the fourth before the update, but now it's the first is the best per coin, the third matches the first, and of course if it skips, it means that you're spending less coins on that shot, so that's wonderful. But if you're only looking for refining materials on refining stones to upgrade the gemstones that you already have, you should not go past the third shot. Okay? So it's only really worth going past the third shot if you're actually aiming for that little guy that I mentioned before. So if you're looking for this one. Okay. All right. So that is for the gemstones. Let me go to the next one. No, not this direction. This one. Okay. Then I went for statues, and this one is an example that shows mostly the statue materials, and of course the regular statues as well. If you're looking for upgrade materials for your statues, then the amount of materials that you get on the first, second, and third shots is exactly the same. It's 40 per Lucky Shot coin, and then it drops after that. So you should not take past the third shot if you're only looking for materials. Now, these statues also give you a couple of other things. It can give you a purple statue that is a level 3 purple statue all the way to the end, but then have in mind that it takes you 123 days to get there, so it's a 4-month commitment to get all the way to the last shot. But you can also get noble badges. So you can get noble badges at the 4th shot, and noble badges are a pain. If you want to use the Lucky Shot for those, you can. But then, of course, it takes you, you have to go 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins, then 6 coins. It takes you 6 days to get those 10 additional noble badges. But you can do that in a way that gives you the maximum amount of upgrade materials for your statues, and then the noble badges on the 4th shot. So that's another strategy to go for if you're looking for noble badges and to upgrade your statues. All right. Then we also have the equipment. There is really no big change there. It's still compared to what we had before. I took the screenshot of the one that gives the most essence and the most steel. So you can still do the Lucky Shot for that. But then, of course, you have to deal with all of this junk. You can also get some of those other rewards here that shows that's Warmonger, Death Seeker, Ice Lord, and Flamebringer, and of course the Ice Lord and the Flamebringer shows. Now there's a lot of dirt here. Okay, the Ice Lord and the Flamebringer will show. There we go. We'll show here, and the Death Seeker. Okay, here is going to show the Death Seeker on here one, where it shows 620, and on the first one here is where it would show the Warmonger scroll if you're going to for those scrolls that are here. Okay, all right, and then. Of course, there's also now the new artifacts, and the new artifacts will give you this something like this. I did refresh a couple of times, and what I will show is that here on the first slot, you can get. Let me get here again. You can get mist. You can get gravel. And you can have this dust. Okay, so yeah, they have fancier names, but that's how I'm going to go for those. These are all part of the names anyway. So you can have mist. Like here, I have mist on the first one. You can also get gravel, and if you get gravel, it's 5 instead of 1. The second slot here is always gravel. The third one is always mist. The fourth one has variation. You can get 8 dust, you can get 30 gravel, or you can get 6 mist. These 3 never change, and then when you go for the actually this one never changes too, and then the last one is where it shows those rewards here. There's either 570 or 100 for gravel, dust, and mist, respectively. Okay, and I did take a screenshot of another one so that you guys could see what I'm talking about on the changes. So if you look. Here it changes the fourth and the last reward, but the other ones they remain the same. But it could change the first one too. You could change that from mist to gravel, right? I don't have a whole lot of information about the artifacts just yet because I don't have enough dust to create any of the tomes, nor forge any of the artifacts. Just did the update of the game. I went to the Lucky Shot because I know there is going to be new stuff, and then I did this video for you guys. Whenever I have some information that I think that is worth sharing, I'll bring it over to the channel again. I hope that you guys find all of this useful. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and you can leave a comment too. All right, thank you. Have a great day.